thank you for being here. We're going to go over the Virgo full moon. So the Virgo full moon is happening on February 24th, 2024 at 7:31 Eastern Standard Time. It will be occurring at 5 degrees and 23 minutes. So look at any planets or points in your chart for 5 degrees and 23 minutes or just 5 degrees. You can go for a 10 degree orb, which means 10 degrees above 5 degrees, 15, or 10 degrees below 5 degrees, okay? To find out if it is affecting you. So full moons are when cycles are ending, projects that are ending, also releasing emotionally, okay, is here with the full moon in Virgo. The moon will be in Virgo opposing the sun in Pisces at the same degree, 5 degrees and 23 minutes. Now, Virgo is a practical sign, while Pisces is not something so practical. It's hidden. Okay, so something hidden may come to light because this Virgo full moon will have Mercury conjunct the sun, which will bring in clarity, but Saturn is conjunct the sun and a lesson is coming to light. Okay, there will be a reality check or a boundary that needs to be placed. This full moon will prompt you to overcome any escapism that you made a habit. The avoidance you have been attached to will no longer work, and you will be forced to face the problem or situation in a practical way. Mercury will bring in the clarity, while Saturn, working slowly on his lesson, is making sure that you understand the lesson and to act accordingly. The moon being opposed to these planets will help you release emotionally and think practically about your next steps. I do want to let you know that mixed emotions, if you are feeling like you're not sure what to do next, mixed emotions are your clarity. So if you feel any type of mixed emotion, take that as you need to stop, you need to pause, and there needs to be reflection in regards to the next action to take, okay? Because Saturn is trying to show you the lesson that you've been trying to learn with Saturn in Pisces, okay? So let's look at the chart. I do want to show you this full moon. So we have the moon opposing the sun here. And as you can see, Mercury at the top at 2 degrees is conjunct the sun, and so is Saturn here at 9 degrees, okay, in Pisces. So we're going to look at your chart and see where this full moon is affecting you. I'm going to go through all the signs. Your sun, moon, and rising sign is very necessary for you to listen to so that you can get a bigger picture of what's happening within your world, because not everything seems like it should be, okay? Also, I do want to point out that I have the the Mars conjunct Pluto in Aquarius videos up, and the Venus conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. So if you want to look at those, because this full moon is a reflection of that, is to push you on that path of what's next, okay? So if you want to look at those, your sun, moon, and rising, that would be a good idea. Also, if you don't know your sun, moon, and rising, you can check out my Learning Astro Matrix app. in my playlist, and it tells you how to find your sun, moon, and rising. If you're confused about where you may have planets placed within the 5-degree orb, you can look at the Astro Matrix app, Learning Astrology, in my playlist, and you can see how to read your chart. If you read whole sign, usually each whole sign is in each house, but if it's Placidus, you will see 2 signs or more in a house. Okay, that's what Placidus is. But I do suggest that you learn how to read your chart so that you can confirm whether or not this is happening within the house placement that I talk about. When I'm speaking about the houses within my recordings, I'm using whole sign houses. Okay, so usually if Aries, right, is the rising sign, then that would mean that the second house would be Taurus, and so on and so forth. So if you have Sagittarius as a rising sign, the second house will be Capricorn. Okay, so on and so forth. So please understand how to read your chart so that you can know what house this is happening in for you. All right. I'm going to go over all the signs, and I'll see you soon. Virgo, this is for Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. So, Virgo, this full moon is happening in your first house. It's also happening in the 7th, okay? So there is a releasing. There is a releasing of maybe the type of identity that you've been having thus far in regards to relationships, because that's where the sun is shining. 7th house is relationships. It's one-on-one relationships with best friends, with your spouse, your significant other. Business partnerships, okay, are here. Also, agreements, contracts, affiliations with any kind of document paperwork with others, okay, like leases and things of that nature. So this is a release. This could also be you deciding to sign some type of contract, agreement, or lease situation, or it could be ending, okay? This could be with the first house activated. This is how other people see you. So you could have been married and then all of a sudden you're not anymore. This could be an ending of that. This could be an ending of you being single and you decide to get married, right? Because it could go either way, okay? This could look like you gaining more confidence from those people, that you're finally, how can I say this? It's almost like a lesson has been learned here with that 7th house activated with Pisces and Saturn is in it. And a lesson has been learned that you don't have to rely on other people for who you are, okay? And that could be affecting you at this time by Saturn. And you're releasing that emotionally because full moons are an emotional release. It's also completions of a chapter or cycle that's been happening. And maybe this cycle is ending of you finding the same old as a partner, right? Or you could be ending a cycle of finding the same type of friend, okay? That's kind of, it's not made for your path, right? Saturn is pushing that lesson for you to understand how people work within your world and how they should work within your world, right? I'm not necessarily saying to hold expectations for people, because when it is in Pisces, you can't hold any type of expectations for others because you'll get disappointed. That's what happens to Pisces, right? So Pisces is trying to show you unconditional love for other people, but also remember who you are, okay? Gain that confidence from that relationship and understand who you are. If they're not giving you the type of connection that you're looking for, you can find it within yourself. And this full moon will more than likely show you that you can find it within yourself, okay, Virgo? This could also look like an ending of some type of agreement or contract. And now, when I say this, it could be abrupt, or it could be already in play, right? You already expect it happening, but it can be abrupt at this time of some type of agreement ending with a connection that you have with someone, with maybe even a business partner. Okay, they could like buy out or decide to stop being affiliated with the connection that they have with you. Okay, I do want to look at what Saturn rules, and Saturn rules the 5th house. And the 5th house deals with love. It deals with your habits, your creative endeavors. It can deal with gambling too. This could also be your children. Popularity and celebrity status is here. So this could look like Saturn is trying to push a lesson upon you about gambling, to stop gambling, or maybe gambling isn't such a bad idea, right? And ever so often, you should have some fun. When you have Capricorn in the 5th house, it's like God says, you can go to Earth and have some fun, but you can only have a little bit of fun, right? And Saturn is trying to push forward you having more fun with other people, or vice versa. You could be having too much fun and not doing your due diligence with your own authority, because Saturn rules authority. It could go either way. This could also look like more discipline in regards to children, okay? They are a one-on-one relationship and they're in the 5th house. So this could look like you either being more of an authority figure to children, or you should act like more of an authority figure toward children, right? I'm not necessarily pushing the discipline thing, but if they are unruly, you know what I mean? To each is their own. But maybe Saturn is trying to push you to look like an authority figure. Maybe you look differently to your children, and Saturn is saying, hey, it's time for you to grow up, right? Because Pisces can have lots of habits. Pisces can be dreamy. Pisces can be Neptunian. Things just happen on a daily basis. You'll figure it out, one step at a time kind of thing. And Saturn wants you to be more disciplined within your relationships, to see people for who they are, understand that you don't necessarily have to rely on them for anything, and to be your own authority, okay? 5th house is also dating, all right? And again, this is, seeing people for who they are. I don't necessarily, with Saturn in the 7th house, I don't necessarily recommend dating, you know what I mean? But if you do end up dating, and there's a possibility of a relationship moving forward, that person is probably older, or they seem more disciplined within themselves because Saturn is activated. But I do want to push the fact that there could be a hidden habit, all right, with Pisces being there. Okay. Oh, goodness. All right. So where was I? Okay. 5th house. Fifth house with the celebrity and popularity and recognition. All right. With Saturn here, it's trying to let you know that you are already recognized. During this full moon, there's a possibility that you'll see that. With that first house activated, that you'll see that you are recognized as the person of who knows what to do next, or who is the authority figure within the group. All right, and that'll help with some confidence here. It'll help you understand and see your confidence within yourself and how other people see you. Okay. Let's see here. So we have Gemini is activated because it's ruled by Mercury. Let's see, Gemini. Yeah. All right. Gemini is activated in the 10th house. So the 10th house is your professional life, is your career. There's going to be some type of clarity coming from this 10th house. This could be coming from your relationship with a father figure. Okay, that Saturn is pushing forth that you don't need to rely on them to be confident or to be noticed or to have some type of appreciation. You don't have to rely on a father figure for it, okay? With that 10th house activated. The 10th house is also, you don't have to rely on what you do for a living to be who you want to be, okay? To bring in that confidence that's needed. You just be you. It doesn't matter what you do within life, as long as you are who you are and you govern yourself. You find that love within yourself, because Saturn is trying to teach that lesson to you, okay? 10th house is where the clarity is coming in. So there could be somebody in regards to work, in regards to a coworker or something of that nature, maybe even a boss that comes up to you and gives you some type of clarity that's needed for you to release who you really are, okay? I'm not, because Virgos can be very truthful, right? Well, more or less very criticized or analytical when it comes to, or cynical when it comes to other people. So when that authority figure approaches you and tells you exactly what they think, be cautious. Not everything is what it seems during this full moon, okay? So that clarity could be coming from that relationship with Saturn, okay? Saying, don't expect certain things from this person, because it's not going to happen. You'll have to expect it from yourself before you can from them, all right? So that could be something. The 10th house being activated is also your reputation. And you could start seeing yourself in a different light because of some type of clarity coming from another relationship, okay? You're understanding yourself. You're seeing yourself for who you are. And there could be a completion of the old you, right? You've been reflecting about how you used to be, and now you're seeing that, man, I got it together. Okay? That could be something. But I do want to point out that Venus and Mars are conjunct in Aquarius, and it's trying to put you on a path of being more confident, being more relatable to others unconditionally, you know, seeing them for who they are, not putting too much worth into other people because you're not putting enough in yourself, okay? So this is happening in Aquarius. Let's look for Aquarius here in the 6th house. And it's telling you to work on yourself. It's telling you your daily work, your daily routines, your health, your service to others. It matters. Okay, all of this stuff matters, and it's a part of you, especially Virgo, because Virgos, rule the sixth house in astrology, and the sixth house is activated by Aquarius, okay? And you love to service others, but being taken advantage of is another thing, is another situation. So you're being prepared. You're being prepared in this house for some type of life of service to others, some type of goal of being more healthier, of having a better routine on a daily basis. This deals with your wishes too, maybe even your career life, of what you want out of life, okay, and to be surrounded by. And with this activated, is pushing you forward. So I have videos. In regards to Pluto transforming this house with Venus and Mars. If you want to look at your sun, moon, and rising to figure out how this is affecting your path, because it is your path, okay? For now, right? Our paths are intertwined and they change, and but this is the goal right now, to push you forward with that confidence. So see how it's affecting you, okay? I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.